Loktarogar. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, everyone's favorite Orc Warrior with another Orc Mode workout. And, today didn't really go all that heavy. I didn't go all that heavy and even had some problems with my hook grip. But what I've had to do is just let go. It's like if you guys saw the video I did earlier this morning, I realized I need to cut. I'll rebuild and get stronger than I was 20 pounds heavier when I'm 20 pounds lighter from now. All right? Because we've already built the muscle, we built the strength. But, you know, how much better is it going to be if I can drop another 20 pounds of body weight and re-hit all the lifts that I hit a couple months back, all right? I think that would be an ideal scenario. I think that would be better, make me more competitive if I decide to go power lift again. It will be better for my outreach. It'd be better for my income, my career, you know? And for me, that's what I've got to let go of, is the training stress and the need to perform and be strong all the time. All right, that's what holds me back more than anything. That's what holds me back more than anything. So I'm having to let go. And just like today, I decided I'm going to go ahead and go back to the technique I used to get 485 on my squat, because I'm not liking that other low bar, and just try to keep my elbows down, right, so that I don't get the bicep pain, since we're not doing the max effort weighted chin-ups anymore. I think we can get that under control, along with the fact that I've been doing daily mobility work for my shoulders. But yeah, I only did 405 today though with it. It's first time trying this technique again, and it felt heavy. Felt heavy, and I'm just going to live with that. You know what? I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. See, right there, I slipped out of my groove near the top a little bit, and it started trying to pull me forward, and it brought the bar to a stop, because I had to stop that from happening and try to push my back up. So I've got to keep working my upper back work, my pull-ups, my face pulls, all that stuff. We're going to correct that. And then I just did a back off set. I'm going to do a little bit higher reps on some back off work on these lifts. Because again, if I'm going to lose body fat, I need a little bit better anabolic response. I could probably stand to burn a couple more calories. So we're going to do just a little bit of more reps on the back off stuff, just for now. Just again, keep enough tension and training volume present to hold on to muscle mass while I continue to lose body weight. So I just did a quick 5 reps with the, the 315. Easy 5. But again, just some extra training volume. That's it. Just getting some more volume in as back off work. And, a lot of that, I'll increase the weight on some of these back off sets. But, I want to keep them at least 5 reps. I think 5 might be kind of my ideal. So, I'll have to go a little heavier on some of them more than others, but that's what I did there. Bench, I only did 315 on my close grip. That's all I tried to do. You know what? That'll maintain strength and muscle, because it's within 90% of my max. It'll maintain. Then I did, I think, a back off set of 8 reps with 245 afterwards, doing some back off work. And that's what I've got to remember here, guys. Not getting stressed about this stuff, because I had some distractions and it messed up my hook grip attempt. I couldn't set my hook right because I was thinking about other stuff. Yeah, even training at home, guys, life still gets in the way. Your relationships, your friends, family stuff, even other stuff going on near your home, can be interruptions in training even at home, can it? And that could mess up things like getting a proper focus on getting my hook set right. And I didn't get my hook set right. I tried to re-hook it, and I probably had it better the first time, and it felt like someone stabbed me in the thumb. So I had to turn loose of the bar. It happens. But yeah, I'm not going to sweat all these things. I'm going to have to get that technique cleaned up with the squat. I'm going to have to do more face pulls and stuff to keep strengthening all those muscles so that I can try to get everything tight. And try to just at least maintain some squat strength while we keep burning that body fat down. That's what's going to have to be done. I'm still going to squat, bench, deadlift every day. Still going to do some pull-ups. But that's going to be the name of the game. Trying to hold on to what I have and not getting stressed about it. Because you want to know what will cause you muscle loss? Stress. Elevated cortisol. You already get enough of it by lowering your calories. In fact, lowering carbs is the worst thing you can do for that. It causes enough of it. You can't get stressed about your training when you're cutting. You can't. That's so detrimental. Plus, if you're like me, I'm an emotional eater. Probably no surprises. Does that surprise anybody? Anyone think I'm lying about that? Let's be realistic here. It's the reason I get up over 20% body fat. It's easy for me to overeat. So because of that, you know what? I know I'm an emotional eater, and I can't start getting a bunch of negative emotions about training. Got to take it with a grain of salt. Come in and do what you can do. You know, do what I can do. Train with the volume I can recover from. Lift the weights I am capable of lifting day to day. But not push myself into overtraining doing so, because I don't have that caloric reserve. I'm digging into body fat for those calories at this point. I don't have a surplus. I don't even have maintenance anymore. I kind of laughed. I had someone in the comments say, "Oh my God, talk about eating 400 grams of carbs. That's why you can't lose weight." And I'm like, I've lost 5 pounds in the last 2 weeks eating 400 grams of carbs. 400 grams of carbs is nothing. It's like, literally, anybody out there really think 400 grams of carbs is a lot of food? Not for a 200 plus pound male who lifts and does cardio. It's not. Like, if you can even bulk on 400 grams of carbs, I don't even know what you're doing. You got to be using a lot of drugs to gain muscle on that little bit. That really isn't that much, guys. That's 1,600 calories. If you're eating 200 grams of protein with that, right, that's 2,400 calories before whatever fat you're eating. I don't eat a lot of fat. I eat a low-fat diet. Right now, that's one reason I'm successfully losing body fat. I'm focused on protein and carbs and very little fat. Trying to eat a fair amount of fiber, a lot of protein, a lot of roughage to fill me up. So yeah, 400 grams of carbs is not that much. I can't maintain my weight on 400 grams of carbs. I mean, if I ate a bunch of fat, I could. I mean, yeah, if I ate a bunch of bacon and peanut butter with it, sure. But guys, I mean, I'm 228. I lift 6 days a week. I do cardio every day. There's no way to maintain my body weight on 400 grams of carbs. Seriously. So it kind of points out to you guys that the diet's not that hard to follow at this point for me. It really isn't. All I really have to do is just cut my dietary fat down low and keep my protein high. But yeah, there I went. That hook grip didn't work today. I set my hook wrong, and it's that simple, guys. I mean, even if I set my hook wrong, a weight that I'm used to doing easily day in, day out, it's too painful to even lift. Again, that's just going to take work. You know, it was interesting. I've seen at least one guy be honest about that. You get a lot of people like, really took me 3 weeks to learn to hook grip 550 pain free. And I'm like, well, that's good for you. But I've also seen another guy admit who now hook grips 750. Admits that it took him 4 months of hook gripping all the time before it was no longer excruciatingly painful. Now that's a level of honesty I can appreciate. I think we all can, because that's real. That's keeping it real. Oh, by the way, what did I do there? I went ahead and after that, I'm like, well, I just need to get a little bit of volume and some grip training. So I just did that back offset with just double overhand, just for some extra grip work, just to burn a little more calories without beating my recovery up too much. Because doing some deadlifts at 375 is not going to be a recovery issue for me. That's a warm-up weight, so not a big deal to just do a few reps, but it's good for some grip training. You know, we need that grip training. But yeah, overall, guys, I'm just not going to stress this training for a while. I'm going to just come in and do what I can do as I can do it. Come in and just enjoy it. And if I have a hook grip mess up, or I struggle with a weight that I think shouldn't be heavy for me, or my technique breaks down a little bit, you know what? I'm just going to let it go. Let it go. Come in and do what I can do. At this point, the training is here to try to hold on to the muscle and the strength that I have the best that I can while I keep pushing that scale down. Nothing more. I've got to let go of that ego, because that ego, that's what's going to get in the way. That's what messes up strength athletes real bad when we know we need to be in a lighter weight class. We know we need to lose some body fat for our health, for our athleticism. But you know that, man, I could lose 20 pounds off my squat. You can get it back. You can regain it. You can get it back, guys. Now, granted, if you lose 100 pounds of fat and you're super heavyweight, maybe not. But if that's not the case, you can get it back. I mean, I was 8 pounds heavier when I was squatting 485. I can get back to that. It's all muscle memory at the end of the day. Can't sweat it. But you know what will mess you up? You know what will cost you gains? Stress. Elevated stress hormones. That will cost you muscle mass. That'll cost you strength. Got to keep that stuff in check, guys. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.